Tengok ni. Actually, it does come with a bracket, my friend.
Bracket.
Hello, hello, and welcome to EngageVR 101. Basically, how to host your own classroom in virtual reality. So this is what this course is all about, and I just wanted to tell you that uh, if you have a strong need to be able to create a co-presence in Engage VR, then this is the platform for it. Because Engage VR provides the means and all the modules that is required for you to customize a space and to create a very engaging environment, all in virtual reality. So, and the special thing about this platform is that you are able uh, to to immerse yourself in two ways through the computer screen if you don't have a virtual reality headset, or fully immersive in 6 degrees of freedom if you have a virtual reality headset like an Oculus Quest. So this here is an Oculus Quest, right? So if you need to use an Oculus Quest, you can, but I'm going to demo that another time. But for this session, I'm just going to show you how it's done in the using just your computer. So okay, so just checking some information that just come through. So now, okay, good. So now here is Engage VR, this environment. We're just going to show you around. Now I just got started. Now this is actually a persistent space that is Engage VR. If you really want to just explore or just get used to the controls, you can actually join this space. Yeah. Um, Hang on. I just going to close another application. Right. So now, if you're going to join this space, then what you need to do first is um, you need to first install Engage VR. Now, where do you get Engage VR? So I'm going to share another screen to show you how you can get Engage VR. Yeah. So stand by. Just going to, you can see I've got a number of screens open. So you could actually get Engage VR, for example, from Steam. So you have to go to the Steam website. Now let me share this. So this is where you can get the Steam website. Yeah. So hang on, the Steam website. Yeah. So that's the Steam website. Now you have this. Uh, So you have this Steam website, and you're able to just see this Engage VR platform listed here, and you can actually download it. Now to download it, all you have to do is select the free button here. So the free button here, you just select it, and then it will automatically download to your computer. Yeah. So now if so what is Engage, everything, all the details and information about Engage here is all with the links. So if you want to have some more information about Engage, all you have to do is click on support, and you'll be able to see um, information in terms of, hang on, you go to the main website, for example. You can go to the FAQ, frequently asked questions. um, or you can actually, you go to the main website, engagevr.io. You can see the under support there will be documentation. So this is the actual support site. It has the documentation. Now here you can actually, there are links to the website, so you don't have to worry about getting lost or something. All you have to do is go to Steam and find it here, or you can go direct to the website, engagevr.io/support/, and then you'll be able to see the entry requirements, tutorials, and even download. Yeah. So if you click on download, then you could actually see different possibilities on how you want to use Engage, whether you want to use it with a desktop or phones or tablets and VR devices, etc. So here, there are possibilities for you to explore environments too. As you can see here, you can go to different venues, spaces, etc., and so on. So now, this is about where to find Engage VR platform. Now, I'm going to go back to, going to switch back to here. Okay, there you go. I'm switching back to this. So um, now we are back to the main Engage VR platform. Now in this platform, forgive me for all these little pauses here because I'm switching between applications. So sometimes I got to do it really carefully. Otherwise, you won't might be seeing the wrong thing. So okay, so now I'm just going to come out from this space. I'm going to leave this session. Now, if I'm leaving this session, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the main menu. So once you have run Engage, once you have installed Engage, obviously you'll come to this main menu. But get this. So okay, so now we are back to this. Now we are looking at Steam, but here is the browser actually. So what I'm going to do is going to show you in terms of what you need to do once you get into Engage website. All you Once you get into the Engage website, before you even run the application or even download the application, you can download and sign up, but you can also log in or sign up through the website. So logging in and signing up through the website is really quite simple. You press login or sign up over there. Then you have to put in all your details and credentials. Then you'll be able to take it from there. Um, wait, just let it load. Okay, so you just have to press sign up. This will come in when you press login or sign up. Okay, then you just select sign up here. All right, like I've already signed up, and you can see my name and password there. But first, you sign up by creating an account. First name, last name, email, password, confirm password, and you must agree to the terms, service, and policies. Then you sign up. After signing up, then you can download and install Engage. Okay, it's really quite simple, right? So then once you've done that, then you can go to login or just download the application, and then you get into the main platform. So it's actually quite simple. Just follow the instructions, and then you should be able to do that very easily. Okay. So now I'm going to go switch over to, okay, I'm going to switch over to back to this. Okay. I think this one needs a bit of needs to be refreshed because I'm actually not showing this right now. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so now if okay, wait, just a moment. A bit of a technical difficulty here. Okay, there you go. So now we are here, and so now we are here. We are in the main menu. So what's next? Okay, so what's next? So what you need to do is you can create join session or start session and things like that. You have all these things. So let me explain to you what all these are. First of all, you see explore link. I will explain explore link right after this in a short while. Second thing you see is events. Okay, now events, when you click on events, you have a range, the different tabs on this. You can select to explore events. There are public events, which is created by um, you know different companies or universities, colleges who are running Engage VR for learning, for businesses, for seminars. There are public events which you can actually join and experience it yourself. So you can see, you can scroll different pages and see what's going on and so on. So there is one very interesting one, Victory XR Academy Tour. Um, we're going to have something like this by on our own very soon, where you could have a free campus tour for Taylor's University to learn about teaching and learning in XR and so on and so forth. So here, that's quite interesting here. So you could actually go to other places like different educational sites and persistent spaces where you'll be able to interact with people from around the world and so on. So there are different kind of um, courses going on, metaverses and so on. So these are public events. Hosting is the hosting tab represents what we could host, but we're not hosting something an event yet. Attending, um, if there's any events if we are attending, interested, what are we interested to attend, which we have expressed our interest or selected for interest. And Taylor's University events, this is a tab that it only displays only what Taylor's University is organizing, for you to attend. Now, live, on the other hand, is what is live going on now currently. So there's Taylor's University, and under Taylor's University, there is a live session here, and this is where we will meet before we move on to more advanced things. Here is a free meeting space. Um, this is just like in for introduction. This is not our own custom space yet. Okay, so we will have our own custom space in time, but right now this is one internal um, persistent space. So if you click on this, you can actually join it. Yeah, but before we go there, we are going to go back to the main menu by pressing home. Then I'll show you the next thing in the menu, joining session. Joining session is also again by, you will see these things, live events, but you'll see join session by ID. This refers to somebody who is hosting an existing session and sending you a code to join that session. Yeah. So which means you will join their space. Start session. Start session is like once you have planned a session, or you can just do it straight away, get into it, and just pick a site, pick a location, and start immediately. Yeah. So start session is like you can do it anytime. It's not something that you may have pre-planned, but you just needed a quick start session. You can immediately start class in that session, for example, and then share the code to your students. Your students can join in. Now, very simple. Now, this is how I'm going to demonstrate. Start session is basically the first thing I did when I wanted to try out my class in virtual reality. So now, let's say I wanted to meet my students in a conference hall, or let's say if I found a very interesting space, um, let's say an engineering workshop or mountain home or airliner cabin, what space would you like to see me in right now? Let's say okay, let's say in a hospital recovery room. Okay, now let's say I wanted to go there and I select with others because it's not just going to be me alone in there. So just select with others. So I'm just going to write the name of my class, and I could choose if I wanted a password or not. But and if it's going to be something just between you and your students, do not select public. Select unlisted. When you switch on unlisted, the public and enterprise group list will disappear. So then you just press start. So once you press start, you receive a session ID. This is the code that you will share with your students. So copy to clipboard and then start session. So once we get into this, so now I am in a virtual reality hospital recovery room. So this is this is my space which I can share with my students. So I'm going to talk about all the different setup, how a hospital recovery room is set up for maybe nursing students, for example. So let's say if this is what I want to do now, I share um, can share the code to my students via, for example, session settings, host actions, users. So when I okay, you can share the code by pressing escape. Under users, you can select these three dots over here, and you could you can see all these different functions that you can enable. But the important thing is you have to look at the top right corner, which says invite. Here, what you're looking at here is a list of participants who you will be able to see in this window. But if you click invite here, you can share the code to your students. So you do this by pressing escape, and you see some details in terms of what you can do with the environment. This is the first thing you would need to know first, the number of users in here. Okay, so select invite, press copy, and then share it with your students. Second thing when you press escape, you go back to your menu and choose. You might want to change location. You can change location, etc. Um, and you can also select content. Okay, so you can select some content which has already been created by other content creators for you to experience in virtual reality. Yeah. You can also go to IFX. IFX is they are these are objects that you can put in the environment. If you want to put your own image in the environment, then you can use something like this, and so on and so forth. But you have to be very selective. You cannot put too many objects in the same space. We might encounter some issues. But yeah, be selective and plan it out. Web, these web means you can share screen in the virtual reality space. Shared screen also is something like a share screen function. Web here means you can browse and share screen at the same time. Here you can have video and YouTube links and things like that. So you can give it a try or share your desktop, your computer desktop for others to look at. So this gives you a lot of opportunities to share your learning materials with your students in VR, basically. Yeah, and recording. Now this is interesting because recording enables to will enable you to record your entire VR session, and this recording is very interesting because it records everything in 3D. So when you play it back, you'll be able to explore the 3D recording in third person, which is interesting. You will be able to see yourself doing see yourself in the recording in VR at the same time. So it's so weird because it's as though you travel back in time and you can see yourself doing things. So that's how this recording is done. It's called spatial recording. Then the other one are forms. So these are forms. So you could create and edit forms. These are advanced functions, and you can add some notes and so on. So now, and there's a button called link here. That's the public space, which I will show you shortly. So this is the menu you will get when you press escape. Okay, these are quick access to some of the additional functions. Uh, when you press escape. There are other things out here, the side here. These up here, you can see that mic, that something that looks like a mic. That's the one that enables your voice, enables you to be heard in VR. If you do this, you will mute yourself. You switch it on, you unmute. And one way to quick access this to mute and unmute is to press F1. If you press F1, you mute. Now, this is particularly useful, especially when you require your students and you have a house rule that says, look, everybody mute themselves and so on, just to avoid a lot of audio conflict and things like that. The next one is like this is something like I would say an action that you can take in VR, like raising your hands or clapping. So if during a meeting, if you press raise your hands, your avatar will raise your hands, and so on. This one is camera function. Now, camera function, you can actually do, you can actually switch views. Okay, so so if you switch views, you can see the view be in front of you, or you can see the view yourself. Okay, and so on. So that's the camera view. Now, if you're using a virtual reality headset, you can use this camera to take selfies. It's actually quite fun. Then the other one is settings. You can set your height preferences in VR so that your height in relation to the objects there makes sense to you. And there are other user preferences. If you want the mic icon to be visible at all times. Setting the microphone, what type of microphone you're using, and so on. So yeah, so now, so these are some of the things you can do. Now, every time you go to a different space, you have access. You can't go through the door, by the way. You can access that menu anywhere you go. You will be able to access this menu and decide what you want to, how you want to, if what effects do you want in this environment, or what you want to do in this environment, and how you want to use this environment in your teaching and learning. So it's worth the exploration. So now, let's see. We're just going to change location right now. We're just going to go to a different place. Where shall we go? Maybe we go to the conference hall. So now we are going to the conference hall. It's loading. Okay, so this looks like quite a prestigious conference hall. Now here, there are interactive elements in this space. For example, this is a podium, the podium or the lectern, right? Or the podium here. This one has interactive buttons that enables you to present your lesson on screen here. Now, those there over there, these are all chairs which your students or participants can sit. Yeah. Now, how do you sit? How do you use your controls to move around like what I'm doing in this environment? Now, in order to do that, in order to do that, you can go to settings where I selected just now, and you select, for example, you set height, user preferences, controls, select controls, and then you see the different functions of the keys and what keys you use on your computer or laptop if you want to move around easily. You can even use a gamepad and move around easily if you have a gamepad. But in Vortex, we do have keyboard and gamepad if you want to come to Vortex and learn how to use any of these instruments. And we can also show you how to use your iPad in order to move around. The guide for these controls are not here, but it'd be pretty straightforward if you run it through iPad or your smartphone. There will be virtual joysticks in there. So in terms of that, just follow the instructions here. So what I'm doing is I'm using my WASD on my keyboard, and I'm actually using my mouse to move around. Yeah, and sitting controls are also here, but I'll show you how to use your mouse in order to sit. Now, in order to sit, you just have to point to the chair and sit down. So first thing is first, select your right mouse button. When you select your right mouse button, you will see a green circle on open space. Now, if it's a space where you can move and teleport, okay, it's space that you can move or teleport, right? Then it's green. But if it's space that you're unable to move and teleport or go anywhere, then it will turn red. Yeah. But if this same green goes on a chair and you see the word sit, this kind of symbol, then those places you're able to sit. Okay. So right now my fingers I keep pressing and holding the right mouse button and I'm not letting go. That's why you're seeing it's perpetually green circle. But if I let go, then I have actually shifted position because if I point the green circle on a location where I want to be without moving smoothly there, I just want to teleport directly like a big jump. So if I hold and point to the location, let's say I want to reappear at that pillar over there, then I let go my mouse button and there you go. See? That's called teleporting. Now, the way I was moving earlier, that's called locomotion. Basically, you use a WASD to move very smoothly, okay, like this. So there are two ways to move. But if circle, the same green circle goes on the chair and you say sit, then if you let go, you sit. So it's teleporting in a way, but it just enables you to sit on the furniture. Okay. Now, if I wanted to get out from the chair, all you have to do is move forward by using W, and then you come out from the chair. So you just play around with it. Yeah. Now, in terms of presentation, okay, so for presentation wise, you could actually try. I'm just going to do something simple. Now, I'm just going to press escape. Now, but bear in mind, I'm using my desktop computer for working with Engage. Next time around, I'm going to show you how I use the headset to do it. But for that, we will need to train you in how to use the headset. If you do come by to Vortex XR Lab, we will able to show you how that's done. Okay. So now I'm going to do something simple. I'm just going to use the browser, and I'm going to, let's say, I'm going to type in, just one moment. I'm just going to show you my slide then. So now I am going to paste the link to my slide. And there you go. So this is the slide to engage VR. Oops, let me do that again. I forgot to press start sharing. So you just once you have gone to a site on the browser, you start sharing. Obviously, in Engage VR, if you're going to share just the browser, your audio will not be shared. So I'm just going to press continue, and there you go. Yep. So I'm actually sharing this slide. I'm moving from objective, then from building outcomes, and so on. Yeah. Now, if you join the course, the HRIS Engage VR course, I'm gonna we will explain in detail. Faisal and I will explain in detail about what these are and the fundamentals of using Engage VR for teaching and learning. So today is just introduction. What I'm sharing with you in this stream is just an introduction, and I hope you get the gist of it. Sorry, my explanation is not perfect, but there you go. But there's things here that you can learn, and you should explore. Yeah. So now you can see that when I'm sharing in Engage VR, in this podium, I could see what I'm sharing here. And on this screen, your audience can see what is being shared on the large screen. Now, how does that work? You see, if you were to sit on that chair, say, let's say on that chair in the distance, this is the view as a participant in your class or in your meeting and so on. Intriguing, right? It's very immersive. Um, it's a lot more immersive if you actually use a virtual reality Quest 2 headset, or a virtual reality headset. So this is one example of what you can do in Engage. But there's so many ways to use this. Yeah. So now you're going to change location, and we're just going to go to another location, which is somewhere a little bit more fun. Maybe a historical site, or maybe on an oil rig. So the oil rig is something that a place where you never really been to. Not a lot of people have been to. So these are the advantages. A lot of these spaces are created um, to scale. They mimic the real spaces. They represent the real places. So these are like actual. It's an actual model of a oil rig. Very basic model, and it's fully explorable. You can explore this entire space here. It's quite interesting. Okay, I can't. Looks like I can't get up the stairs, the ladder there. But can I still go up the ladder? No, I can't. So anyway, yeah. So this is how you can explore and engage VR. And if you notice, you're in the middle of the ocean, and there might be environmental effects in these like ambient sounds and things like that. So do explore and enjoy the environments that you see. And here you can even use this space to talk to your students about something relevant in relation to the space, or yeah, and etc. So now I'm just going to talk to you about Engage Link. So I'm going to leave this end session. I'm going to show you potentially where Taylor's University is going to be and what we're actually working on. So, so now in Link, when you say explore Link, This is the menu to link. Yeah. So got a very interesting sound effect here. So the part where you would be interested to explore is the tutorial island, where you might be able to meet an engaged trainer in there who's probably wandering around, and you could ask questions. Or you can go to the central plaza or the education plaza. Let's go to the central plaza. So once you get to the central plaza, you will also see somebody from Engage there. There will be information place that you can. But somebody will be always. Someone's always going to be there to answer your questions as well. And there may be individuals walking around, wandering the place, wandering the space. These are called persistent space, which means they are constantly there, and you can constantly go and meet some people there. Nothing is going to change. Yeah. This one, see, you could. There is live support here, and you can. There's a help desk. So an avatar will appear here. It's a very interesting map. And all these are not real people. These are all NPCs. They're just walking around wandering the space. You'll see NPCs. NPCs are non-playable characters. They just go around the place. Sometimes, if you're fortunate, you might meet somebody who's actually there. So, yeah, that's a good motto. Be excellent to each other. So now, where Taylor's University is going to be very soon is the Education Plaza. So, in the Education Plaza, you can go to other places too. There will be portals to different spaces. Just now, I just went through a portal, and you will be able to explore and look at other portals too. Like there's the Creative Plaza, there's the Education Plaza, there's the Business Plaza, and so on. In this Education Plaza, you see portals to different educational institutions. So there's Stanford University. It says coming soon. So ours will be coming soon, but we have not put a. Uh, they would definitely once we have uploaded our place, then they would definitely put a sign somewhere. So yeah, coming soon though, coming definitely coming soon. So yeah, this is the Education Plaza. Looks like a cool place, right? To sit and chill. So you can even sit here and you can see spatial audio. If I turn around, there's sound coming from behind me. Quite therapeutic actually listening to water sounds like this. So if I go further, the water sound dissipates. It's got a very nice view of the sky and everything. Yeah, very nicely done. So now I'm just gonna go back out to Central Plaza. Yeah, so in Vortex XR Lab, we are very busy. Not busy, well, it's a very we always have a crowd here. We always have visitors here. We always have people we are working with. So just now I was just looking at colleague. So now I'm going to go. I'm in the Central Plaza right now. So here I'm just going to go back. So basically, I think this is where we part ways for now. So why don't you explore Engage again and go back to Engage, go back to the link. I'm going to end the session. So what I would suggest you guys to do is um, download Engage, install it. Um, the version that you will install is a free version. However, if you're very interested, after one or two courses that we have, or after running or participating in Engage VR, a virtual reality course, you will need to create a class, okay, in virtual reality, and we'll be glad to participate. And in order to do that, we will give you full access to all the functions of Engage and all the locations, so that you can give us a proposal on how you're going to run your class, and then you are going to have your own very own actual virtual reality class for your class. And that's very exciting because it'll be your very first time to do it, and it's going to be a groundbreaking move for you. And trust me, it is, you will have a sense of satisfaction you never had before. And if a plus point, if you really want to try out with the Engage VR headset, sorry, the virtual reality headset. Now, you could use the virtual reality headset, and your students can join in using the desktop or laptop or other devices. So you're not limited to only one type of technology. You can cross-platform, and so on. So you could do that. So using the virtual reality headset will give you a little bit more freedom to do certain things which you can't do in the desktop. But even so, using the desktop, you still can do a lot of things. So that's all for now. I will stop here at the moment, for the moment, and I hope that you can join the Engage VR course that's running on HRIS, and I hope to see you too. Me and Faisal, we want to wish you best of uh, all the best, basically, in your classes, and feel free to fill up the visitation form, connect with us, and we'll be happy to meet you and consult with you to look at your strategies and how you want to use XR for your class. So take care, and all the best to you. Thanks for watching this. Bye bye.